Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is a regular scheduled board meeting for Edgewood City Schools. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Present.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Present.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Present.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Here. Would you please stand for the pledge and remain standing? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Rollins here. Ms. Beckett?
Bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening and this chance that we have to come together to do your work for the children of the Edgewood City Schools. We ask that the words of our mouths and the meditations of our heart be pleasing to you as we make important decisions concerning your precious children. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Beckett. This time I'm going to look for a motion to move to executive session. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to look for a motion for the approval of the agenda. So moved. Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Ashcraft. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
And Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Now I will look for a motion to move to executive session for the following reasons: to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public official or employee. So,
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt, Mrs. Ashcraft with a second. Mrs. Bauer, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. It is 6:03 p.m.
All right, we are back in public session at 6:14. Next item on the agenda is the appointment of a board member. And I just want to give a little bit of background of how this all went down, where we're at tonight. So at Edgewood City School District, on August 25th, 2025, regular Board of Education meeting, board member Michael Pressler announced that he would resign from his position as board member effective September the 5th, 2025, due to him moving out of the district. According to Ohio Revised Code and Edgewood Board of Education policy, the vacant seat must be filled no sooner than 10 days, but no later than 30 days at its next regular or special Board of Education meeting. If the board is unable to fill the vacancy before the 30-day period, the vacancy will be filled by a Butler County probate court. On August 26, 2025, the day following Michael Pressler's announcement of his intention to resign from his seat from the Board of Education, the district posted a vacancy announcement on the district's website and shared the announcement with the local media. Interested candidates had until September the 9th to submit the notice of interest to the board president. We had a total of 9 residents submit notices of interest to fill the vacant seat. A special Board of Education meeting was held at 6 p.m. on Monday, September 15th, for the sole purpose of interviewing each of the 9 community members that submitted notices of interest in the vacancy on the Board of Education. A special board meeting on September 15th was adjourned at 9:54 p.m. following the 9 community member interviews. The appointment of the new board member did not occur in that special meeting on September 15th for 2 reasons. One was to allow board members time and adequately reflect on the skills and qualifications of each of the 9 candidates interviewed during the lengthy special meeting. Number 2, the special work meeting took place exactly 10 days following the effective date of Michael Pressler's resignation. board policy, and Ohio Revised Code state that the vacancy cannot be filled no sooner than 10 days. Filling this vacancy on the 10th day could result in potential procedure questions. So at the advice of legal counsel, the board decided to fill the vacancy tonight at the regular scheduled meeting. Before moving forward with the agenda and appointing the new board member to fill the remaining term of the board member Michael Pressler, I would like to take a moment and personally thank each of the 9 candidates that stepped up of putting themselves forward for the students of Edgewood City School District. These folks answered the call of duty and service and deserve to be recognized for their willingness to help out the school district. It is unfortunate that only one of you will be able to fill the vacant seat on the board, but you will no doubt continue to positively impact the district through other contributions as parents, grandparents, and residents of our district. Once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you. Mr. Messerschmidt, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, so when this whole process started, Gary called me and said we had 9 applicants. And originally when we started talking about it, we weren't going to interview all 9. We were going to kind of break it down and pick the top 3, maybe 4. And Gary said these letters are pretty impressive and these are some very high quality people. And he said, I think we interview all of them. And I was like, how are we going to interview 9 people in one night? And he said, we're going to stay on track and we're going to go through this and we're not going to deviate from a plan. We're going to go through and we're going to get an opportunity to talk to all of them. He said, because honestly, there's just some really high caliber, high quality people. You know, when you look at people who had applied, we had former board members, we had business leaders, we had former district employees, we had career educators, we had business and community leaders, and really the common denominator on all of them was that everybody here was really awesome people. You know, looking back on it, I am glad that we interviewed all 9, even though it made for a very long night, because I got an opportunity to hear from some people that I had never met before. To be fair, some of the people that interviewed are friends of mine, some of the people that interviewed are people I know pretty well, and some people I'd never met at all before. And you know, going through this process, one of the things that came to me is that we are very blessed to have such a strong community that we do, with so many great people that take an interest just like we do to want to serve, first these kids, second this district, and 3 this community. So we talked about it, and honestly we got to the point on that night where we went through and we talked about pros and cons of every candidate, and we compared resumes, and at the end of that night we weren't all on the same page. We weren't ready to make a decision, and we decided it was best just to take some time away. You know, for those of y'all that interviewed, you probably noticed that night that I didn't make eye contact with any of you probably more than a couple of times, and for just really a split second. And that was because I was taking very copious notes, because I wanted to capture your experiences, I wanted to capture you as a person, your answers, and try to get a better appreciation for who everybody was. And when it was all said and done, I had 10 or 12 pages of very detailed notes, and I kind of had to laugh at the end of it, because I thought, with all these notes, I think we could just put 9 names in a hat and pick one, and we'd still get a very high caliber, high quality candidate. And that is just truly an honest to God testimony of who we had interviewed for these positions. So for me personally, it was one of those that I think we kind of just kept working with it, and you know, it's very difficult to pick when you've got this many good candidates. So for me, sincerely, from my heart, truly appreciate all of y'all showing an interest and willing to step up and do this, because it's not easy putting yourself out there. This is not an easy job. There's a lot of stress with this job, and just the simple fact that we were able to attract so many great people that were willing to take on that kind of responsibility, I think says a lot about the district, and it says a lot about each of you individually who did this. So from my perspective, thank you very much for your interest.
Thank you, Mr. Messerschmidt.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, you know, I hate following Mark because he does such a good job of speaking. He takes everything I want to say. We're gonna have to start going this way around. It's not fair, really. It's not. No, I'd have to say this is probably one of the hardest things I've done since I've been on the board, and I want to thank everybody who put in, all the candidates. I mean, for you to be willing to make a sacrifice and get up here and do what we do, it's not easy. And And for you to just take that step to even apply, thank you. It, it really means a lot, but I understand it was very, very, very hard to come to a decision, because just like Mark was saying, I felt any of the candidates would have been great. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pressler.
I agree with Andrew. Mark said it all. But I would encourage, I'm not going to repeat what they said, but I would encourage any one of you that is not chosen tonight to run in 2 years. I think any one of you guys would be a fantastic candidate, and I would help anybody who wants to run for board with any advice that I can give them. But I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I love Edgewood, and I have dedicated a lot of years up here, and it is hard. There's been lots of sleepless nights, and I think Monday night was probably one of them, just knowing what we had to face. So just know that we took this very seriously, and a lot of contemplation and bantering and things like that. So I just want to thank you guys, and I know this is a really hard time to sit here and listen to all this, like just get to it. So I'll let Gary
Thank you,
get to
Mrs.
it.
Ashcraft. We would get very repetitive, because Mark does do a very good job of hitting on about everything that you could hit on. But 9 people to apply for this, that's very encouraging for Edgewood City Schools, and we do appreciate each and every one of you. Mr. Philpott.
This is the 3rd time I've been a part of this in my career, and Patty or I didn't want to participate, because, we should be picking our bosses, and the Board of Education that's one of their primary duties, is to employ and hire a superintendent treasurer. So we didn't participate, and we just kind of, just assisted and just kind of monitored. But this is the 3rd time that I've been involved in this, and every time's been different, because the law is very, it just says the procedure. It says it can't be any sooner than 10 or any later than 30 days. And then your board policies shape the next steps, what you have to do to process. Our board policy just says you can interview selected candidates. So the board didn't have to interview all 9, and I commend them for taking the time, because I know it's grueling when you're trying to do that many, but it was the most fair way to do it, the most transparent way, because I've seen it done where they didn't interview all the candidates, and it just doesn't seem as transparent and honest. And it's awesome that we have so many great people in the community who want to step up and serve, and it's awesome that you guys took the time to give everybody a fair shake. So in my opinion, of the 3 times I've been involved in this was hands down the best and most thorough and most thoughtful process.
Thank you, Mr. Philpott. At this time, I'm going to look for a motion for the nomination for the new board member.
I'd like to nominate John Thomas.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Mr. Pressler? Mrs. Ashcraft? Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Andrew Pressler,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
That motion carries 4-0.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowers. Is Mr. John Thomas with us tonight? We would like you to come up here to be sworn in.
Please raise your right hand. Mr. Thomas, do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability, and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is nominated and appointed?
I do.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you.
If you would like to have a seat here, you are welcome to do so.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Trial by fire. So, you are now a voting member of Edgewood City Schools. Thank you for your service.
We can take about a 5-minute break here.
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break here to, kind of let this sit in a little bit. This is definitely something new for me, and I've been sitting on this board for 12 years, so, just give us a few minutes if you don't care, and we'll get back to it at 6:27. We're gonna look for a motion to re-adjourn. Two more minutes. Reconvene.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas?
Yes.
This time I'm gonna look for a motion for the nomination of Vice President.
Nominate Amy Ashcraft.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas?
Yes.
The motion carries 5-0.
Would you please stand for oath of office as Vice President, Mrs. Ashcraft?
Mrs. Ashcraft, do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as Vice President of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is nominated and appointed?
I do.
Thank you, Mrs. Ashcraft.
Congratulations. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad all this is over, but I do appreciate getting to meet a lot of you that showed interest in it. I do believe you would do a good job if you do decide to run in a couple of years. So we don't have any presentations tonight, no public participation. Mrs. Bowers, you're up.
Mr. Gabbard, the first agenda item is the board minutes from the regular board meeting on August 25th. If I could get a motion to approve those minutes.
Looking for a motion to approve the board minutes of August 25th.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Ashcraft. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas?
I'll abstain.
The next agenda item are the August 2025 financial reports. If I could get a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Are we going to block A, B, and C?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Sorry.
I would like to have a motion to approve the August 2025 financial reports and the amended certificate of estimated resources and appropriations.
Looking for a motion to approve August 25 financial reports and the amended certificate.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. Any discussion? Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas?
I'll abstain.
Thank you. Next, Mr. Gabbard, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the new fund special cost center. One is for Middletown Community Foundation and for Greater Cincinnati Foundation and Butler Rural Community Connections.
Looking for the approval of the new funds foundation.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Ashcraft.
I just got a question. What do we create, like one account to put all this in, or do we create three individual funds?
They're all separate, so they're identified with the special cost center. That way we can track the spending of them. The one for Middletown Community Foundation for $33,000, that's a grant that Mr. Philpott actually, we tried to get it last year and it didn't come through, but we got it this year. We have a success liaison out in our buildings. This grant covers the cost for the success liaison to be in the building. And then the teachers there, you can see below, Mrs. Bowyer applied for a grant, so she gets to use that in her classroom, and Megan Hill also. But they're just identified with a special cost center. That way we track their spending, they don't go over it.
I got you. All right, thanks.
Any more questions? Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
I also abstain from that.
Thank you. The next agenda item is the Butler County Head Start lease. If I could get a motion to approve that.
Looking for a motion to approve the Butler County Head Start lease as presented.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Pressler. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Abstain.
Thank you. Next, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the City of Trenton SRO Program MOU.
Looking for a motion to approve the City of Trenton SRO program.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Pressler.
I got a question on this. I just realized this is through December.
Yes, Mr. Dave Rosenfelder, is that how you yeah, came in and asked that we get this approved just through the rest of this calendar year. I imagine they're going to present something else for the next calendar year. It was intentional, a 4-month contract.
I don't ever remember doing a contract with them. I thought the language in there was that either party could end it each time. Why, is there a reason why we're doing
We
contracts now?
have been doing a contract every other year. I'm not sure why. He actually came in and saw Curtis and brought this contract in.
I think it was an oversight that it expired, and we weren't, that our previous 2-year contract had expired. So it's just a continued service for the rest of the fiscal year, and then we'll revisit the calendar year, and we'll revisit in January.
So they're doing a calendar year, they're not doing a school year.
That's what they said, through December.
Now, our contracts through Butler County are,
Fiscal year,
okay.
Which is tied to the school year, right?
yes.
Interesting. Okay. So this will be for the new board in January to
Yes.
Renegotiate, see what they propose.
Okay.
Any more discussion?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Abstain.
The next agenda item is a contract for Linked Up. Could I get a motion to approve that, please?
Looking for a motion to approve the linked up contract.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Pressler.
So I had to call Patty today because this didn't make any sense to me on what this was. Patty, you want to talk about what this program is? Because it's a pretty cool program.
This is actually for careers, but I want to start first by saying that this will be paid for with grant funds as well. The cost of this is $10,500, I believe, for this year, and we have a grant for $11,900 that will actually pay for it. But I did add a document to your board docs out there that was just given to me right before the meeting. There are a lot of other school districts here in Butler County that are using this as well, but this is to help our students find careers and jobs, and they'll be working with Andrea Hudson here in the high school. Very familiar with career programs and whatnot. This is something great for our students.
Great. When will we find out if we're able to get a grant for the next time we want to do this?
That I am not sure. This grant came about starting last year, and we got the funds, so we are ready to go for this
Who
year.
applied for the grant? Who got the grant?
Actually, Andrea was part of that, Kelly Spivey was part of that, Doug Gagan was part of that, so they started working on this last year.
Have we done anything like this before?
Not to my knowledge,
So at least we can try it and see what it's like, and even if we don't get grant money, it's something we'll, you know,
Yes,
see if
but,
it's beneficial.
and it very well could be, like I said, there are a lot of other school districts here in Butler County that are using this successfully, so we wanna offer it to our students as well.
Doug, you ever had any experience with this before?
Yeah, I've talked to a couple principals from Hamilton County that have done it for multiple years. It's a really successful program. I think one of the people from the program is an Edgewood grad, correct, Andrea?
Yes, Megan, correct, Reed.
So,
I can vouch for that.
so is this like interview, resume writing kind of training? Is it job fair?
It's a little bit everything, instead of like saying it's like an internship or a field trip, they call it experientships, where they do job shadowing. Right now, there's over 221 businesses involved, almost 20,000 different experiences that we could send our kids out to see, hey, if this is what we want to, this is what they want to do. They can go through and experience it. It also gives me all the connections for the career fair that we have in March. And it also gives me all the connections for the internship program, the career internship program that we have. This is Ross, Lakota, Madison, and the images that were sent will add us to that. Butler County, Claremont, and Hamilton County are all involved.
Do we think we could get another grant for this? Are they hard to get?
The grant that we got for this one came from the program that no longer exists, the High Schools at Work program, so we'll have to start looking.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you. Great work with this, by the way.
Any more discussion? Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt,
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler,
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
and Mr. John Thomas.
I'm gonna say yes to this.
Right.
Informative.
Next, Mr. Gabbard, I would like to block items H and I. This is Air Force One service renewal and a Garland proposal for roof repair.
I'm gonna look for a motion to approve items H and I, Air Force One service renewal and the Garland proposal as presented.
So moved.
Mr. Pressler, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt.
Do we know what this, I talked to you today, I don't understand what this Air Force One, did you get any?
I did. I actually attached some more information in there for you, but this is actually preventative maintenance for the lines, not for drinking water, but the water that goes into our boilers, chillers, for HVAC
That's what I
and
thought
air.
it was.
Yes, yep.
When I saw the glycol and all that stuff. You're right.
Corrosion prevention, yeah.
Okay, I certainly was hoping that wasn't in our drinking water. And then, so we're linking this into the Garland proposal. It's my understanding this is just the high school, right, Curtis?
Right, this is just patch repairs on this building, because this building's the newest, the roof is in the best shape of the district, and this will take this building, protect our investment, and solve all the roof leak issues in this building, which they're very minor, before they become bigger problems. So we thought we would tackle that this fall, so we could do that preventative maintenance, and then probably when the new board is in place in January, we'll have to make some decisions about roofs on the other buildings, because they're more extensive projects, and we're still waiting for the detailed proposals from those buildings, as well as those bids, and their plan to repair those / replace those roofs for the middle school, 7 Mile, and the primary.
When we did the roof scans, we did every building, correct?
Yes,
To include this building?
yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's all I have.
And this was the smallest amount of repairs needed. This was kind of an easy, quick decision to do these now in the fall before they get worse. The other decisions are gonna be a little more comprehensive because they're bigger problems.
Do we have the work scheduled?
I'm sorry?
Do we have the work scheduled?
It's, I don't know that it's scheduled to be this fall.
After you, yeah,
Once
we need to
approve
get it board approved first, and then we'll reach back out to Frank and get it. I would like to add too that this building can be, covered with that 034 fund, so this will not hit the general fund at all. So we definitely.
But we're sure we can get it done before the weather hits.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Any more discussion?
No, sir.
Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
I'll stand again.
Mr. Gabbard, I would like to block items J, which is payment in lieu, and then item K, which is a school bus disposal.
Looking for a motion to approve item J and K, payment in lieu and bus disposal, as presented.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Pressler? Any discussion?
So these buses that we're disposing of, obviously the one with the blown motor, that makes complete sense. And then the 2006 model says that it's got quite a bit of rust. Are these buses currently in service right now? Are we using these buses?
Bus 30 and 34 are not in service. I think we have used bus 12 this year before this happened with the engine. I just got the call on this the week before last about the engine being blown, and Mr. Schwartz is recommending that we scrap it.
Okay.
What's the bus worth scrapped?
That I am not sure.
I wouldn't imagine it's worth a whole lot, because those are plywood floors.
I don't think he's here tonight, is he?
There's not even metal on the floor of them things.
There's two buses that they're talking about. Edgewood Baptist is interested in?
Yes, he told me, but we're waiting to hear back from Butler Tech. We have to offer to
Sure.
school, yeah. But he said that they had shown interest in either of those buses.
Either or both?
Both. He said they'd expressed interest in both.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
So if they're okay for the JVS kids to ride on, why are they not okay for Edgewood kids?
I'm not sure if they will fix them or not. It's part of that new House bill that went through, that if you are going to dispose of any vehicles, that you have to offer to other school districts first. And maybe they would take it for parts. He did not share that with me, so I'm not sure, but he has made that offer to them. They may not want it. They might, they have more money than we do. I don't know why they would drive something that's rusting out for us. But by law, we had to offer, so he did. He hadn't heard back, but he has mentioned it to, I think Mr. Reisner here at Edgewood Baptist, and they've expressed interest if we are allowed to go with them.
Now, do we ever, I guess, tell them no to spending money down there? I just feel like 205,000 miles on a diesel motor just isn't. When I looked up the lifespan of a bus, it's anywhere from 200 to 300,000 miles, but 300 plus if they're well maintained. Are we keeping up with our preventative maintenance, or we got them in there scrounging for cash to get things fixed, and we're tearing our stuff up in the process? I'm just curious, do they ever ask for money we don't know?
I try to scrutinize, but I'm not a mechanic, so if they tell me they need parts, I don't, we gotta get our children to school, and that is out of my wheelhouse.
It just seems like that's not a lot of miles, because on any of these buses, I know there's a lot of stopping and going and stuff, but I don't know.
I know he has shared with me as well that when you take the buses that are here in town, they may not get as many miles as the buses that are out in the country routes that do travel further distance without the.
I wonder if there's a way we could do a rotation to where, a bus spends 1 year in town and 1 year out of town, 1 year in town or 1 year out of town to kind of split that
I'm
up.
not sure they do that, but
I'm not
I
sure.
can't imagine that. I imagine they do, I don't know.
Cause I mean, I know a couple of these are open, like this 2012 with only, I mean, we're getting nothing out of it, and it's only got 205,000 miles, and it's only in 2012. I mean, if that was my personal car, I'd be angry over that if I maintained it and everything.
Well, I mean, if there's nothing else wrong with it, I don't know that $12,000 to $15,000 to replace the engine versus $180,000 for a new bus. What? I mean, I'm just saying,
Some
you
of them are
know.
rusted, really rusted now.
The one was rusted.
Oh,
We could table it and invite Shane in and let him tweak.
Now, that's a good point on that 2012, because it says nothing about rust, the other two do.
Yeah.
The other two say they're rusted, but the 2012, if that body's in good shape, I mean, I agree, I don't think 12, 15,000 is that bad to put into a bus that essentially, if we could get a long time out of it.
Yeah, I wish I would have asked you a little bit more about this when I talked to you earlier today, but this right here, I think we should probably table this and get some more information on this, because that,
Yeah.
to me, I know how expensive buses are, we've bought several new buses, and if we need the life cycle buses, I'm good with life cycle buses, but it just, I don't feel like we're getting all the mileage out of these that we could get.
I think we bought 4 since we've been on the way out.
4.
Yeah.
So are we scrapping?
I would, I'd like to wait on this.
These are good questions, and if I may, because got a little bit of experience in this. Rusting is generally what before the engines go. So the blown engine, that is kind of I mean, it did blow, but the chances are there may not be. I'm not saying he's not got a list of rusted, but rusted is wearing it because it's the winters and the roads we drive on, with all the salt, they tend to rust. We're no different than other districts in that. But these are good questions. I'd be asking the same.
What about, I know this might sound crazy, what about a bay that you drive through that does an underbody wash, and every time they go to pull their buses into if it's rusting, I mean, because I know in the winter, I wash my cars more in the winter than I do in the summer and I do the underbody wash I'll go in and just do the underbody wash, but you get the rest just sprayed down.
There's a schedule.
Because there's a coating too, right?
Yeah, and they're scheduled on the wash cycle. I mean, they were. I assume they still are. Wash cycle and stuff. But no, you're asking in my opinion, you're asking some good questions, especially with the first one there. And it's still got a good life of not rusting and the rust itself. That's not a lot of money to go to get an engine fixed compared to spending $85,000 for a new bus.
I think the last one we spent was almost 100.
Yeah, it was like 95 or
It's been a
98.
couple of years.
So yeah, I think we table this, and I think we just get some more information. I agree with Andrew, and good job asking the questions, because it
Well,
doesn't.
stained a lot, but this one I kind of.
I don't feel like we're getting our money's worth out of these.
We're gonna table it.
Okay.
So do we do the payment in lieu? Do we do that by itself, or do we need a
Yep, we
motion?
will do
We're gonna do
payment
it
in lieu.
separate. So I'm gonna look for a motion for the payment in lieu.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Pressler, Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
And for the record, we are gonna.
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
And for the record, we are gonna table the school bus disposal. Mrs. Bowers.
Okay. The next agenda item is the 26-27 school calendar. If I could get a motion to approve that, please.
Looking for a motion to approve the school calendar of the years 26-27.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Ashcraft.
I assume all the teachers got to vote on this. Where were school calendars like this when I was in school? We didn't get out till June.
Pretty early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any more discussion? Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler.
Yes.
And Mr. John
We'll
Thomas.
stay in this as well.
The next agenda item are the donations. If I could get a motion to approve those as presented.
Looking for approval of the donations as presented.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft,
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt.
Is there more than one donation? I only see the one.
There were some, it's a list in her email, Mrs. Dahlhoff, the assistant principal for Edgewood Intermediate School. They're doing a recycling.
So, but it's all the recycling,
Yes,
so
it's
there's
all
nothing
the-
else other than that?
Correct.
That's what I was
Yes.
asking.
There's no expenses for all donations.
No expense to the district, correct?
Correct.
Sole donation, not the kind of.
Any more discussion?
I do assume we've got plans to like have Rumpke come pick all this stuff up, right, once it's separated and.
Amber Dahlhoff is taking care of that, yes.
It's not gonna be blowing like around everywhere. Okay.
Hope not.
Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas?
Yes.
That is all I have for tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bowers. Mr. Philip, would you like to go?
Sure, I just have one item, it's ask the board to approve 5 field trips. These are either overnight or out-of-state trips. 4 are Butler Tech trips, 2 DECA and 2 FFA, either an overnight or day trip. In the DECA, a couple of conventions out of state. And then the 5th trip is the varsity cheer squad is planning to attend the UCA National School Spirit Championships in Orlando in January. The details of those trips are in the packets below.
Deck is getting to do some really cool stuff.
We'll look for a motion for the approval of the 5 field trips as presented.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt.
Second.
Mrs. Ashcraft.
Some pretty cool trips.
Yeah, they look like some really good trips.
I'd like to go on all of them.
Well, I'm sure they could probably use a chaperone.
Yeah, I'm sure they could.
Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
And Mr. John
I'm
Thomas?
staying for this one as well.
You don't like kids going on trips?
No, I just don't know where I'm going and everything. It might want to take a lot of time reading.
So,
Here tonight.
Good.
yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Philpott. Next up, we have items from board members. Mrs. Ashcraft.
I get to go for Mark.
Yes. We're gonna, Mr. Abstain. Let's get-
No, I don't really have a lot tonight. Again, I just want to thank everybody who applied for the board position. Welcome, John. I'm looking forward to working with you for the next 2 years at least. So, and other than that, I really don't have anything.
Thank you, Mrs. Ashcraft. Mr. Preston.
I'd just like to say thanks for everybody who put in for it, and good luck to everybody who's running an election coming up, and congratulations, John.
Thank you, Mr. Preston. Mr. Messerschmidt.
Yeah, Andrew and I talked on the break, and being part of this interview process was one of the toughest things that I personally had to do on the board. He said the same thing to him, so just really very much appreciate all the interest. It was a very tough process, and it was pretty challenging. So do appreciate everybody that applied. John, we're certainly glad to have you with us. So welcome to the board.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Messerschmidt. I don't really have a whole lot to add, just welcome Mr. Thomas. We'll catch him up to speed real quick. So at this time, I'm gonna look for a motion to move to executive session for the following reasons. To consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second? Mr. Pressler. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas?
Yes.
It is 6:59.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Back from executive session at 8:47. This time I want to look for a motion to approve the personnel items as presented.
So moved.
Mrs. Ashcraft, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt, Mrs. Bowers, will you call the roll?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas?
I can vote yes on this.
And I need my new plaque.
This time I'm gonna, what'd you
I
get?
should have one.
Oh, I gotta get those. I gotta order her a plaque that says vice
I probably
president.
have one back in there.
Probably
Okay.
go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this time I'm gonna look for a motion to adjourn. So moved. Mr. Messerschmidt. Mr. Thomas. Mrs. Bowers, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt?
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Gabbard?
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Pressler?
Yes.